The Chrisley Knows best family is no longer together. Sadly, Todd and Julie are in jail, and their kids are living on their own. Fans have been eager to know how the star couple are spending their jail sentence. Hence, the kids of the Chrisley family are their primary source of news. Well, Todd's eldest daughter Lindsie is another popular cast member of the show. Recently, she revealed some untold truths about her life. She expressed how she felt after Julie adopted her at 19. As some fans are learning for the first time, Lindsie Chrisley was legally adopted by Todd's wife Julie as a young adult. Lindsie tells her listeners she was 19 when she made the decision to get legally adopted by Julie. On this week's episode of her podcast, she shared her feelings on being adopted as a young adult and fessed up on whether she thought she made a mistake or not. "That decision was made when I was 19 years old. She did legally adopt me. That whole process was, looking back on it, a lot more chaotic than what I felt like it was when I was living it." Looking back, Lindsie Chrisley realizes now she was going through a bit of an identity crisis between the ages of 17 and 19. She admits she felt a real lack of belonging anywhere. And it was largely because she was being raised by Todd and Julie. But she was doing so alongside children they created together. So, she felt like a bit of an outsider. Lindsie Chrisley hoped that having Julie legally adopt her would make her feel more like she was part of the family. Todd Chrisley's daughter had pretty high hopes for the adoption as she thought it would wash away her abandonment issues, and that just isn't what the outcome was. In fact, Lindsie admits Julie adopting her as a young adult just made things even more complicated. Turns out, Lindsie Chrisley wishes she would have gotten some therapy prior to going through the adoption process. She went on to explain that she believes the therapy would have allowed her to benefit more from Julie adopting her. Lindsie Chrisley wanted it to be abundantly clear she was not saying she regretted Julie adopting her as a young adult. She just wished she would have put a little more work into getting therapy and educating herself beforehand. If she had done that, she thinks she would have gotten more out of the experience.